Okay, that was super awkward. I'm like, it was waiting to load the screen that I was live, and I'm just like sitting there thinking it wasn't really live, and it was. So, cool. Well, hi, Holly Tack here. I'm just gonna wait a minute for people to join, and yeah, I'm doing great on this Thursday. I hope you are too. I hope you have a great holiday weekend coming up. I know I do. I'm going to go to the CrossFit Regionals to watch our boxes team compete on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I'm going to go hiking and possibly work a little bit. And then on Monday, I'm also going to take Monday off and go to the beach in Santa Monica. So that's what I have planned. If you want to share your plans, I would love to hear it. And then I also, big announcement, got really crazy nails manicure yesterday. So they're matte neon yellow. It's kind of nuts, but I think it's also fun, and that's what I like. And I don't have to go to no office for no man, so I can, I'm not working for the man anymore, so I can do whatever I want in terms of my appearance. So, not that it really stopped me before, because I've been getting the nails for over a year, but yeah, so, okay, I think I chatted enough. I'm just going to get into the content. So, today I wanted to share two of the most common mistakes that I see entrepreneurs make. And my goal in doing that, fixing my shirt a minute, is to educate you on what I've seen, just so that you can keep it in mind and hopefully avoid them, right? Who doesn't want that? So the two mistakes that I see are, I'm trying to think what order I want to share them in. And somebody just popped on. We haven't started really yet, so that's perfect. Let me know who you are and where you're joining from. So the first thing that, I'm so curious who it is, so please comment, because I kind of saw your pic, but not fully, and I didn't recognize it. So the first mistake that I see is managing your mindset or lack thereof. Okay, so and this has honestly taken me by surprise, even this past month or two myself, but my coach says that mindset is 80% of the game. And I'm really seeing that's the case. And I think that people can underestimate that. And, the old adage that being an entrepreneur is the most, I don't know how it goes exactly, but like most intense personal development course you could take is so true. And that keeps getting proven to me over and over and over again. Like, it's so true. And so the first mistake I see people make is that they underestimate the power and necessity, really, of mindset work. And what does mindset work really mean when I say that? It means really getting to know, in my mind, it means really getting to know yourself and really getting to know what's going on internally, because everything going on internal is what's going to manifest in our external world. So we really need to get to know ourselves and also shift things that need to be shifted in order to move forward, right? So, if you're walking around and you want to start a business and you get a website up and you're like moving along and, a couple months pass and you haven't gotten a client yet, and deep down this whole time you've been thinking, there's no way someone's going to pay me for this, because maybe you're trying to be a coach and you've never done it before, and your actual internal conversation is that there's no way somebody would pay me for this. Then is it really any wonder why no one is paying you for this? Like, even if you're doing the external actions and you're, building a list and posting and whatever, like, the energy behind all of that is one of disbelief and one that you're not going to get clients, basically. So people can pick up on that subconsciously. And so that's something that you'd really need to fix if that's a belief you have. And so all of that whole process of like figuring out the belief, and, uncovering it and all of that is like mindset work. So I see so many people underestimate the importance of this, and, I'll be transparent here in that, I've been doing it, mindset work, extremely heavily, I would say, for almost 2 years. It started when I did some local transformational training courses in LA. And so, I'm not like a complete newbie to mindset work. And I've really been surprised by some of the stuff that's come up for me when I left my corporate job. I thought it would be a little bit smoother mentally than it was. Like I felt like it was so weird. It was actually like almost the exact same the same things that were coming up for me at a different level when I was trying to get my first client as to now when I'm basically trying to scale to be covering like the same salary I was making before in my corporate job, because, I was doing both and I never built it up to that level before I left my corporate job. And so I'm doing that now. And it's really funny because it's the same kind of stuff that's coming up that used to come up for me when I was just trying to get my first client, but it's at a different level. There's a different flavor to it. I am working through it more efficiently, all of that kind of stuff, but it's the same stuff. And, I think that you'd actually, when you start paying attention to your mindset, find that too. Like, there's some themes around like the things that are going on for you. And like, some people have different things going on for them. And I'm like, you know what? I love you. And I recognize that that's your mindset thing that you're working through, and I'm really proud of you for knowing that, but it's definitely not mine. Like, for some reason that doesn't bother me. Like, so for me, for example, like doing technology, getting technology systems up and running in my business, utilizing technology to get things going, like, no problem. I fucking love that stuff. Like, I eat it up. And, other people, that becomes a huge roadblock because they have this thing in their head, that says that they aren't good with technology, for example. So I'm just sharing that example to show you, like, my mindset hurdles are not going to be the same as yours, but it's funny because the same ones tend to follow you over time. So, yeah, you too, Jenna? Okay, cool. Yeah, so, it's just interesting, but not paying attention to that is a huge mistake. And so that's mainly my point. I wanted to share that with you. The first mistake I see people make is that they don't. Me too. I love technology too, Jenna. And some people don't, and like that's okay, and you don't always have to do that stuff. But like, I honestly get innate joy in understanding how it works myself, and I also feel like it makes me better to delegate it because I will eventually need to. I can't do everything myself. But anyway, I digress. So paying attention to your mindset is so important. How can you actually do this? Just one last thing before I get to the next point. You can do this by listening to the most simple and free way, is to listen to motivational books or podcasts or read them. I personally find that I have such a huge pile of books that I haven't read, but I find it way easier for me to consume listening. So podcasts like Marie Forleo has one, Lewis Howes. Jenna, if you know of any, feel free to type it in. Anyone watching the broadcast, type it in. But like motivational, personal development type stuff. And then of course books, like any books. God, there's so many books. There's just so many books. So I'm trying to think. You Are a Badass and You Are a Badass at Making Money. Those are two of my favorites. And the author actually narrates them and it's funny. So those are two of my favorites. Anyway, listen to stuff like that. Surround yourself with that kind of information. And then I would say like the second way would be to join some kind of a Facebook group, maybe that's free, or, you'll always see the most shift in most cases by doing something one-on-one or a little more high touch. So actually hiring a coach or a mentor, to actually be in a group program. But no results are guaranteed, right? Because you have to do the work, but those are usually the avenues to make the hugest shifts the most quickly. My friend Brandy Middleton is an amazing mindset person that also uses NLP, which is kind of a cool thing. I just experienced with her for the first time last week. And, you know, there's other people out there that do mindset stuff. But anyway, okay, Jenna agrees. Having a coach helps you the most. There's really nothing that can beat someone that you can actually ask questions to get to the bottom of your own shit. And, you know, you're really not going to get to that level just by listening to somebody. It's definitely going to help you to listen to positive stuff and listen to the concepts and even do the exercises if someone says, like, journal about this or whatever. But you're still going to get the most impact if you invest in some kind of actual coach or even like a therapist, a really good therapist. It might take a few tries to find a good one, but a therapist, like, I don't know, I lucked out and I did find one, and sometimes that's covered with your insurance if it's so, that could be like another affordable way. It used to be $20 a session for me, so that was cool. So I did that for a long time, and I still see her occasionally. So all that stuff is avenues, but it's worth the investment over and over and over again. Like, keep doing things and don't think that you've ever arrived, because then you'll be a little shocked. So, okay, that's enough on that point, but that was the first mistake I see most people make. And I just wanted to share that. Oh, and I'm going to share my friend's name, in case you want to check her out. And then, cool. All right. So I just put a comment for Brandy's name in the comments. All right. So then the second item, here's my really cute nails. I'm showing them off. My second thing is that I see the other mistake I see so much, and this is more related to what I work with people on, just so happens, so I'm in the world seeing it all the time, is consistency. And I actually think it goes along with mindset a lot in a lot of ways, but I see this so much with people when they're new, and I totally get it and relate to it because, you know, I was working a 9-to-5 and this business for a long time until recently, and I could never really get ahead on being consistent myself until I hired Jenna, who's actually in the comments right now. But so I get that, and I get that it can be tough when you're by yourself and, you know, you might not have a lot of money to hire people and all that jazz. I totally resonate with that and know that, but I think being consistent, and what I mean by being consistent is marketing yourself, essentially. So that could be, you know, advertisements, paid marketing, writing emails to your list. It could be just your normal social media sharing, etc. But having a plan, and so a plan that involves pretty much some kind of a daily interaction, and then actually executing on it is so important. And I see so many people not do that, or I see them do it for a few weeks and then something happens in their life. They just get sick of maybe nobody replying to them or whatever, and then they just kind of drop off the radar, and then they'll show up with a vengeance a few months later. Or maybe not even a few months, but a few weeks later, and it's like they disappear back. And it's like, how is somebody supposed to trust you? How is somebody supposed to take you seriously and listen to what you're saying if you're doing that? It's just honest truth. So being consistent is so important. How that looks, like I said, is having a plan and executing on it. The plan, I actually just sent out an email and wrote a blog about this, which was posted yesterday on my site, hollytack.com/blog. If you want to type that in, Jenna, if you're handy for it. Maybe the actual link to the blog post. If not, I'll do it after. I said what we do, me and Jenna, to work on our communication plan. There's a live that we did together. Well, ended up just being her, but on Tuesday about it. So, so having a plan and executing on it, and the plan ideally involves some kind of daily activity. Daily Facebook post, maybe your emails are twice a week like we do, whatever, is so important. And it's to stay visible, stay in front of people, only so many people are going to see a Facebook post organically, and that's just a fact of the matter. So, posting every day is super important. So it's just doing that to actually have people see you and get to know who you are, right? So there's that aspect of it, being consistent. And then there's the second aspect under it, which is for your own internal confidence and your own internal level of commitment. When you commit to a plan and you follow through, you develop confidence in yourself. Okay, that's freaking huge. Okay, and then you also, I just lost that. It was an internal thing again. You develop confidence in yourself, and you're showing yourself that you're taking your business seriously. So, and yeah, to Jenna's point, people are more likely to buy from a business that has a Facebook presence. I mean, just think about it. Like, I mean, you've done it too, right? Like, you're like, you see somebody or you like come across their website, but then you go on Facebook and they haven't posted in 6 months. And it's kind of like, maybe it may or may not preclude you from working with them, but it does kind of look weird, right? I don't know about you, but for me, it looks weird. So don't be that person. So this is something that like I said before, I work with people on, and I'm actually offering a special call when it comes to the communication plan piece, and mindset's a part of everything. So I tend to end up talking about mindset with people too. But developing your communication plan is something I help people with, and I have a free 30-minute call all about this today that you can book where we can talk about it one-on-one. And normally you can only get on my calendar for 20 minutes, and I've extended it, and I'm offering it through end of day tomorrow, Friday, to talk with you, and we have extra time on the phone to get a sense of where you're at and what communication plan would work for you. Like, what's a stretch, but we also want to set you up to win and not make you too overwhelmed. So setting up what that actual communication plan looks like, and then executing on it, how to execute on it. So that's what we would do on the 30-minute call, and I am offering that through the end of day tomorrow only. So please book it. It is in the description of the video, and I'll also post it in the comments after, and I'll pin the comment. So that is all I wanted to share. So just to recap, the 2 mistakes that I see most entrepreneurs make: 1, underestimating the importance of mindset work, and doing the mindset work and staying current with it and continuing to do it. And then 2, it's not being consistent. So, and that's something I want to help you with. Like I said, book a call. The link is in the description, or it will be in the comments shortly. If you have any questions, you're watching this as a replay, whatever, please just comment in the comments, and that would be amazing. I would love to help you in any way that I can. All right. Have a good day, you guys. Have a great Friday. I hope to talk to you on the a call. Whoa. I just saw Jenna posted the link to the blog. Thank you, Jenna. So that distracted me for a minute. And I hope you have an amazing holiday weekend as well. Thank you. Bye.